We're over in r/am I the asshole with a post by your underscore fave underscore skim. Am I the asshole for rejecting the guy everyone knows has issues? I know this guy. Let's call him Chris from school. We started being friends about a year ago. My best guy friend, we'll call him Matt, who at the time was friends with Chris, introduced us. He seemed like a nice guy, so I was friendly to him. Keep in mind, he has severe PTSD from a car crash that's severely ripped up areas around his eye, ADHD, trauma, trust issues, anger issues, and narcissism. That's why I'm reading the story. He had no friends except this one guy who we'll call Ron. And Matt. Ron is the actual nice guy. So at the beginning of our friendship, Chris was fine, but he was very rude to everyone except me. Fast forward about a month, and all he wanted to talk about was himself and always putting himself over me. Around January, I decided to give him my phone number, and that's where everything started to go wrong. He kept calling me around midnight when I was sleeping, and the next day texted me about missing his calls and was being very rude about it. Although I explained why I was missing them. It was midnight. He also constantly called me every day about homework advice, even when I gave a valid reason why I can't, e.g., I have dance, I'm eating, I'm in the car. He would still be persistent. And of course, homework advice was basically me doing his homework. And even during class, he copied off me in important exams. Bro, you trying to get us expelled? One day in February, he texted me with the usual, "Can you call?" I had already called him earlier, but hung up because I was late to dance. I told him, "Sorry, I can't," which was an excuse because I just didn't want to call him. Now, I don't know how to copy and paste text conversations, so I'll just type it out from the beginning. Chris says, "Hey, can you call right now?" Me, "No, I can't. I'm sorry." Chris, "But you promised." Me, "Sorry." This bickering goes on for 10 more text messages. Then Chris says, "Fine, I'll just text you it." Me, "Thank you." Chris, "I like you." Me, What? Since when?" Chris, "Ever since Matt introduced us. I didn't tell you because I was scared of rejection." Do you like me back? Me, "I don't know." After this, I agreed to tell him the next day, but I started ignoring him, and he keeps stealing from me. It starts being very annoying and makes snide remarks about me. However, I never acknowledge his presence anymore because he's becoming really toxic. I had stalled all this time, but on the second to last day of school, he finally asked me, "Hey, do you like me, or do you even want to be friends?" I panicked, but realized it was time to tell him the truth and said, "No, I have never liked you, and I have long since realized you are so toxic, and I don't want to continue our friendship." He had a shocked look on his face from being rejected and seriously said, "Well, this is about my scar, isn't it? You discriminate me because of my scar? Anyways, I was dared to tell you, and you are not nearly good enough for me. This is why all your friends hate you, including me." I was shocked, but just said, "Just to let you know, I've hated you since March." Then walked away. Anyways, I'm wondering, would I be the asshole if I ignore him next year? Thank you for reading my long story. Edit to add. A lot of people are confused, so I'm going to clear it up. The reason I kept stalling the question was because he guilt tripped me. I feel bad about it, though. Teenagers, you're not the asshole. Not at all. It's the reason why he doesn't have any friends, and you should have stopped being friends with him when Matt introduced y'all. No, and don't let this guy try to start any rumors about you, right? That you may have been loose, or you gave it up, or you cheated on him. Y'all was in a relationship on the low. No, don't do any of that. Don't tell all your friends, show them the text messages. Don't hide shit. All right. Oof. Top comment by, I'm not going to read your username. No. Ugh. What's wrong with you, man? Ugh. Hold on. That was best comment. Let me see the top comment. Let me get this loaded up. Or is it not loading? Ew, it's not loading. And it's still the top comment. Nope, not reading that. NYVN says, block him and move on. And OP says, I already have in March. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, OP. Don't take no bullshit from no weird loser with a bunch of problems. You're a kid. You're and you got like, you've made like 50 comments. Good Lord. A financial ad 73.95 says, not the asshole and great job. A lot of people agree out of fear, but you rejected him and that's awesome. Also, it's pretty clear he was just insecure and that's why he had to shit on you. Lol. And OP says, thank you. Ooh, a Sugar Mama 76, I think has the comment. Keep this in mind for the rest of your life. You do not owe anyone romantic attention. Read that again. Let it sink in. If you are attracted to someone or don't like their behavior, if you aren't attracted to someone or don't like their behavior, then nope out. Nope. You don't have to be friends. You don't have to keep in touch if you don't want to. This does not make you a bad person because it's okay to spend your time and attention on people you genuinely like. This guy was already showing that he wanted to be in control of your time, calling you while you sleep, was trying to get you to submit to his needs over your own. And that is a massive red flag. So not the asshole for the way you handle it, not the asshole for not wanting to date him. He was being a jerk to you and you said no. Well done. Sugar Mama on points. On points. Dead Heart replies to that. And OP says, thank you for the reply. So hopefully they saw Sugar Mama's comment. You also don't owe anyone friendship. This is a lesson a lot of people don't learn right away. Even if you feel sorry for someone, you don't have to be their friend. You don't have to talk to people unless you want to or when you want to. You don't need an excuse to not interact with someone, even if they are your friend. Being asleep, doing another activity, just not being in the mood to respond or interact are all valid. I don't want to text right now is a valid feeling. I got so many people in my life who like to try and guilt trip me. And like being 31, it's like, yo, I just call them out on it. No, don't. It's unacceptable. No, don't. And it's like baked into their personality. It's baked into their personality. They got excuses. I'm not here for it. So I just call them out on it. Right. And they kind of try to like skate and maneuver around it. But hold people accountable consistently. Right. Make them feel bad for their shitty actions. And sometimes unintentionally people guilt trip. Like I said, it's built into their personality. They get it from their parents. I really know this. No more extra information. I'm not going to give you all more personal info because, but yeah, man, just be honest. Because most of the time people don't want to pick up. I'm doing some other shit. If you don't feel like talking, be honest. Don't lie. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. You get back to them on your own time when you got the energy, when you're mentally available, right? When you're not doing shit. Other things are already important. People think that, oh shit, I have wants and needs. I need you to do this. I want you to do this. Okay, I'm already doing something. What you want and what you need is more important than what I got going on. Be honest, be upfront, be yourself. Don't let other people put their feelings in front of your own. The only reason and way that should ever happen is if you have children. And even then, you have to make sure to raise them right so they don't become toxic, have narcissistic traits, and try to guilt trip you. All right? All right. You can read through all these comments, but it looks like everyone is just giving advice, congratulating OP, and getting away from the bullshit. So we're going to read just one more and call it a day because OP is here like 50 times just saying thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Again, OP's username is your underscore favorite underscore skim. But this comment that calls out to me that they say thank you for is by a deleted user. When he started spamming you with calls and texts, you should have put it to a stop then. Stop letting men make you feel uncomfortable. Stop thinking about their feelings over your own. Stop giving them extra chances to be assholes. When he started spamming you, the correct response was to tell him that it was not appropriate for him to call you in the middle of the night, and you are not required to be at his beck and call. You should have given him one chance to do better before blocking him. You kept letting him be weird and controlling, and he took that as approval. Stop letting anyone do that to you. Go to therapy and learn how to put your foot down if you need to. It is fucking ridiculous that you are even considering even speaking to this person again. This could have gone so much worse. You would basically be begging for it to get worse if you ever acknowledge him ever again. You worded that weird. You do not owe anyone your time. You do not owe anyone your attention. You do not owe anyone courtesy. Say no. Say it over and over and over again. Boundaries. Learn them. This shitbag walked all over you for months because you never told him not to. Don't let that happen again. Not with him or anyone else. And OP says thank you for this. OP went about as hard as I normally would have. I got a little thrown off my mojo, but this is the perfect thing to end it on. Hopefully, if you're listening to this, you learned something. If you stay for the entire episode or if you're watching the Patreon, hopefully you got to take in information. And I didn't scare you away with being a little silly little asshole. So I would like to thank you. You beautiful, wonderful, intelligent people. And you need to learn idiotic people. Yeah, because this is the Intelligent Idiots podcast. I forgot my own catchphrase. I'm terrible. I have been Mr. Always on 10. And again, thank you for staying. That was wild.